Hi, I'm Kevin Olenichuk. I am a senior prototyping manager with AWS Prototyping and Customer Engineering team in our industries group. And we've worked with a partner, Wiseline, that's an AWS partner of ours, to build a demo that processes live and video on demand sources. And in particular, we're doing a demo here for news that shows how different themes can be extracted and be processed automatically with that live feed to enable different personas like media engineering, broadcast operations, content producers, editors, and directors, as well as reporters and sports broadcasters to basically gather a summary of what's happening from those live feeds, do different searches, and enable them to be more timely in processing that, as well as enable social media type feeds as well that you might want to work with. And again, this is all in the interest of accelerating that speed to market for delivering that breaking news faster and more efficiently. So if we look at the demo we have here, this is the House debate on spending that we're using, and it's been processed as part of the automation by our Amazon Bedrock service to establish what different themes are emerging and a summary for each one of those. And so what we've done is taken the transcription with our Amazon Transcribe service and then enriched it with the time code of that so that we can come back and have the generative AI process actually recommend different clip timings. And so we can click on any one of these to view it, listen to it.
That's exactly what House Democrats continue to do.
So we have that in the part in the transcription. It's by Hakeem Jeffries and so forth. We also have other metadata like describing what's happening inside the images and frames that are sampled. That can read off different text that's on screen, as well as process just the general scene setting of where they are. So for example, that this is a particular House type of proposal that's being made in Congress. And so it's from here that we can then enable different searches as well. So I could ask the question, what bipartisan proposals were made, and again, I can do this live while the event's unfolding, knowing that it's only aware of what's happened up to that point, but it's or you can run it at the end, obviously, to get a more complete assessment. But again, if you're looking for different key items that you want to search for, you can run those, and then you get back a summary here. So it talks about cooperation and compromise on including funding for child care, education, military pay raises, and so forth. I can also then click on view clip segments, and the process will also just highlight for me what it found, as to where I can actually watch some of that. So I can click on any one of those particular clips. Again, I see all my metadata in here, and it's part of the search.
Bills under consideration. As chairman of the
But I can also
subcommittee, I'd like to thank
run searches on things like, what support was there for Ukraine. And again, we're using our Amazon Bedrock service with our Claude 3 model to figure out what was both not only in scene descriptions, but also process the transcription text and really a lot of the key elements of the metadata that's being extracted. So here we've got the Ukraine support bit, and I can click and watch on that. Here again, Hakeem Jeffries proposing something there. And we've got a share button that generates social media appropriate content, and so I could show you a sample if I ran that. Process runs, and it'll produce a zip file that has not only the video clip as an MP4 that you can post, but also social media appropriate different text summaries. So for Twitter or X now, stay strong with Ukraine. America upholds democracy, freedom, and truth. And so it's an appropriate, knowing that this was asked for Twitter's purpose, versus Instagram Reel or YouTube Shorts. And so giving you that kind of appropriate summary, and complete with emojis, and then also the tags that you can post with it. So again, just thinking about how you could streamline a process and working with engaging social media platforms as well. So we can also export here in a EDL format that can be used with tools, CMX 3600, so that'll work with like an Avid or a Premiere type of platforms. And then also an ability to edit the clips if you want to tighten them up or adjust them a bit. So we've also processed, we also have a way to do the theming and more apparent, like how the major themes emerging from this. And again, this is updating continually as the event unfolds. You can look for expand a particular parent theme and see the sub-themes that are emerging within it. And again, watch and look at those. You can and record these on the side as follow topics. And that'll help, you get back to these different key content later on if you want to write a story about that or re-listen to some of these items. Just a quick example of how other content we've used. We've also processed things like our keynote address by our CEO, Adam Silipsky, talking about AWS reInvent and some of the announcements we made this past late fall. And so again, just looking at different themes that are emerging here, and what we're doing on Trainium 2 and high performance training, looking at our AI strategy with Bedrock and different themes that are emerging there as well. So just a lot of different types of content you can process, including sports, really right now looking at things that primarily have voice in some way that we can use transcription against that, but also, can extract different data that's on the frames as part of this too.